During this crazy time, I know we've all missed getting together and seeing each other's smiling faces, so we thought we'd bring a special smiling face to you for a Thanksgiving treat. Sandra Baylor is a Virginia Beach Garden Club legend. She is a past president, a winner of multiple GCA awards, and a floral designer extraordinaire. Sandra is an inspiration for all of us, and here's Sandra to show us all how to make a Thanksgiving centerpiece.
Oh, I'm so glad you all are here with me today. It's only 45 degrees out here, and the wind is starting to blow. By about 3:30, I think, it's going to be very cold. I'm going to demonstrate my turkey. Now, I use a gourd for the turkey head, and that will go right into the oasis. All right, and you do that first. Now, Audrey, be watching because you're going to do this with your mother. So, and then I'm using for tail feathers, oleander leaves. And so that's what you do next, is you do your back of your turkey next. And you can use anything you want to form your turkey feathers. You can use grasses, you can use cattails. There are lots of grasses out and about right now at this time. And it's just so much fun. Do whatever you want. Just create. It is your creativity. Now, in the very back, I'm going to put a different type of material. And this is wonderful to use in the tail feathers. This is a form of view, I believe. And that is great for the tail feathers. And you can use permanent things if you wish, but I like to use all live materials. And you've used a full block of oasis. You can put it in a silver tray. You can put it in any kind of tray. I'm just using a little tray from Dollar Tree. And then you have to come down on your sides for your tail feathers. Now, I don't know if you can see that way. I'll try to do it like that. And you're going to put this in the very back. You have to have all of the oasis covered. So I'm using a little mixture of things in the back for the tail, got so much material in here. Lady Audrey, could you get me a little of that pittosporum over there? And we'll put that in. Oh, thank you, that's perfect. So we're going to use this as the cover up. You have to cover all this in the back. All right, now, this is a block of oasis. I have wired all of the fruit, and you use these long picks with wire on them. You're going to stick that into the fruit, because that way, the fruit just doesn't fall off. It stays permanent, just like that. So, I'm going to use the green apples on one side, and the red apples on the other side. Now you can mix it up. You can let this be your creativity, and it's really so much fun. You want the little apples, not the great big ones, because you should be able to use 4 on each side. And then we'll come over on the other side with the little all these come in bags. You don't need to get organic apples. Just get regular apples. And I do try to see, you want it to live. Now this should live about 2 weeks. All right, then you're going to push it in, push the apples in. Then you're going to get on top of the fruit. And as you can tell, when it's on top of the fruit, the pick goes in the very bottom of the apple. So, and I think some of these are too long. Then I'm going to come in here, and you can do it however you wish, however you want to do it. It's your creativity. You can use pears, but pears don't last very long. Oranges, I don't use. Now, I could have used oranges with this particular turkey head because they don't last very long either. So you want material that's going to last long. You can use kumquats. You can just use your own imagination. The thing you want to know is at the end of the when the turkey is finished, that it looks like a turkey. And when you put it on your table, be sure and angle it. Don't let the person that's sitting at the far end of your table just have the tail feathers. Angle it so that corner to corner. But it's just so much fun, and it's not an expensive project unless you opt to make it that way. I've not used flowers in it, but a lot of people might want to use chrysanthemums, or right now helleborus is blooming, and you could use camellias if you wish. Now the front's very important. All right, you have to be very careful in the front that the pieces in the front don't look like bosoms. It's very hard to do, but you can do it. You see, I'm going to place these. I'm not going to place them out here like that. They really would look like bosoms. So I'm putting these in as close as I can get them. And you can turn them a little bit, which makes it look like not so much like a bosom. And then I found yesterday these little crab apples, and they're wonderful to use in the turkey. And this turkey will live, probably 2 weeks. Well, I keep my home very cool, so probably 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. And then I've got these limes. I'm going to put them on the top. And as you can see, do you see the idea that it's a turkey? We'll turn it around. And you have to fill in all the little places in the oasis. You do not want any oasis to show. So you can use whatever you want. I just cut this morning on the side of the road. I didn't know the people that lived there, so that was all right. But you can use any of this material as your turkey feathers. I like these little things to add in and cover in between the fruit. So, because you really don't want any oasis to show at all. Any questions, girls? You all understand what I'm doing?
It looks great.
Where do you find those sticks, Sandra, that you use for the fruit?
I like the long ones. I buy these at the wholesalers. Michael's has them. But the ones at Michael's are sort of shorter. And I like the long, as you can see, the longer ones. I just think that they're more secure, especially if you're traveling. I know people that have taken these when they were going to visit their families at Thanksgiving, and they needed security. So, let's see, when I make mine, I think I'm gonna make mine. All right, then you have the nuts, which if you've got a big tray, just sprinkle the nuts around so that it looks, because you're going to get the oasis covered. I can't get very many nuts in this. Oh, here's a little piece that needs attention. But it's just fun to do. It is so much fun. And if you have young children or grandchildren, they would love to do this. But it is not easy to find these gourds like this. I bought these in North Carolina. I bought about 10 of them so that I would have plenty for the season. And the little crab apples are wonderful to use. I think I was so excited when I found those yesterday. All right. And the grapes are the only thing you will have to replace. Grapes just do not hold up very well at all. Oh, here, this is one of those things, pods off the eucalyptus. You can put them in there. I looked at several sets of grapes. And you don't have to use the grapes. You know, I mean, it's pretty enough with just the fruit. But if you want to, you can add grapes. See, I think that takes away from the overall design, especially because they're not beautiful grapes. Nope, I think we won't use any grapes in this one. And you see that's taken about 5-10 minutes to do. And be sure and take a picture of the of the turkey. I just love them. And I did them several years ago. We sold them at the Galilee Bazaar, and I made about 10 of them, and I taught about 6 people how to do it. Now there's some little spots down in here where I see the oasis, because I'm not on the turntable like I should be. So you really don't want any, but you have to keep the oasis wet because of your tail feathers. All right. And these little, when I was buying the apples this time, I did get the bags that had the smaller apples, because you should be able to use 4 on each side. You can alternate them. You can make them all one color if you want. That's up to you to just use your creative genes in making these. I think that about does it. Let's see. Maybe if we move the tray, and then you can see how it looks by itself if we get it away from everything else. And it's very heavy. Don't you think he's cute?
Beautiful.
It's wonderful.
I think Happy Turkey Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you so much.
You are so very welcome. I thought you had it turned off. Don't get up too close on this old lady. You'll see all my wrinkles. Okay.
Thank you, Sandra.
All right.
Thank you.
You've got to show me.